The planks we're going to start with, right? You're probably, when you're doing the planks as part of your warm-up, how's it programmed? I know, but for
3 sets of 30, 20, 30 seconds, whatever it is.
Okay, 5 seconds once we show you how to do them is going to be hard, right? But here's the thing, you really only need to program, you can program a couple warm-up sets in there for 15, 20 where you just chill out and hang out. The maximum squat's only going to take between 5 to 8 seconds, maybe more. If you're doing triples and stuff like that, you can get to a 15-second range. I have a feeling they're not going to be able to do 5 seconds very hard. So you want to start at 3 seconds, program from there. I don't know if I would put it as necessarily part of the warm-up, because mentally they need to know this is something I have to focus on. Warm-up ends up becoming just that shit you have to do before you do the lifts. So there's really no focus on it, right? So there's other things that you could put in there, which we can talk about later. So who wants to be the first to do a plank right?
I'll do it.
Okay. I'll have Sam show you how to do it.
All right.
You know what I'm talking about, knee
So,
strokes.
You guys met each other before? Done any videos?
I would have to say we may have done 1 or 2. Normal plank, just get into your plank position. You guys know what a plank is, obviously. Cool. We're trying to get this to carry over to your squat, right? So the idea is we want to stabilize that stack, that rib cage, that pelvis, lock it in. So what we need to do, you're going to be driving force right into your elbows, getting tall here, getting those lats involved, squeezing here. Now think about taking your toes and bringing them to your elbows, hard, pressing into the ground. Harder, 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 harder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Down. How'd that feel? Oh, look at the face.
Is that different?
Yeah.
Show me what you were doing. And be honest about it.
What's that?
Yeah. See, you see how this has nothing to do.
Yeah, not only that, but watch. Right? How much stability is that really going to build? Now do it right.
Lock it in.
Lock it
everything
in.
Tight.
Super tight. See? That's the difference that we're talking about, because go back to doing it. You just saw her when she was loose. That's what your torso is when you're coming off the box when you squat. So that transfer, remember the marshmallow I was telling you about? It ends up being a marshmallow, it's not transferring through. Right? So this isn't really changing anything in the program except it's how it's done. Right? Because all you're really doing when you're just chilling out there might be a little bit of shoulder stability, maybe,
Yeah.
you know, because that's the only thing that's really having to stay tight. But there's 2 ways to look at it. They're seeing 30 seconds. You get what I'm saying? So they want to get to 30 seconds because that's what they're told to do. You can't do that for 30 seconds. You can't, you have to hold your breath to do it right.
Yeah.
You can't hold your breath for 30 seconds, you know, or now, so that's the first change. So everybody get down and try to do exactly what that was so you know.
Think elbows to toes. Yep, just spread right out, spread right out. Yep, there you go.
So okay.
There.
So if you see,
Brace.
the body's not
Right.
really,
Then
it's in a
drive.
weird position, like bring your hips down, bring down a little bit, right there. Now goes, there. So think of, is that what they look like when they squat? Right? So then you want to get it to where their torso is kind of in that squat position.
Yeah. You're trying to almost break yourself out. Yeah. Obviously, right. Squeeze the glutes.
And then if you want to progress it in different ways, now move, now move into a squat stance.
Yes. I'm not trying to go.
See, now that changes it, right? And then you can move the elbow. So you can still program variance by stance, elbows, because you still got to, what happens when it's always the same thing in the warm-up is they get bored. You know, now you can change it and say, okay, this is going to be this stance, it's going to be this stance, it's going to be this stance. And then it keeps it a little, I mean, we would get bored too. I don't like to doing the same thing more than once.
So you're here, right? Bracing hard, nice and tall. Bring that hips up a little bit. There you go. Hold that. Elbows to toes. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Feel the difference?
Yeah, I feel like I kind of do them a little bit like that.
I'm sure you do. Well, you do hanging leg raise. I mean, like
Yeah,
you're
it's
kind of.
just, I'm making it tighter when I'm doing it.
You're imagining you're doing a hanging leg raise, but without moving. It's like an isometric hanging leg raise.
Yeah, so the way
like
I
you're
think of it, I'm pulling up like this.
Yeah,
For
so
me,
it's like you're
instead
trying
of,
to
like, the
bend
elbows.
in half.
Okay.
Yes. Good, strong here. Brace hard. Drive the toes into the ground. Yep, elbows. Think elbows to toes. Imagine you're bending right here. 3, 2, 1. Good. How'd that feel?
How about, yeah, different?
Better?
Yeah.
Good. Next. Going down the line. Bring those feet together. There you go. Bring it up, 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 up. So relax for a sec. Just get into a good position. So think rib cage. There you go. Holding that position there. Brace hard. Toes to elbows. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A little different? Yeah. Oh, then you're a fucking all-star over here. Good. 3, 2, 1. Good. So what you can do for the opposite of that, so that's one end of the position.
Yeah.
Now if you actually go on your back, we'll do a dead bug, which is the other end of that position. That's this is the bottom of a squat, right? So bring the knees up. Have you ever seen a dead bug? Yep, so go into dead bug position. Yep, arms straight up towards the ceiling. So bend the knees, bend the knees. Nope, this way, right? Yep. Driving the hands straight up towards the ceiling. Stack here. Now what I'm gonna do is try to lower you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feel that? How you have to stack. Yep. So that's a whole different, here we go, you ready?